Hey, this is April, the Peaceful Wife. I had a wife write to me today about handling Pmdd, which is a very severe form of PMS. About half of women will experience PMS and have problems with irritability, depression, anxiety, mood changes, and things like that, bloating the week before their period. But 8% of women experience something much more severe called premenstrual dysphoric disorder. And it involves serious anger, sometimes rage, major depression, and anxiety, and can be quite debilitating 2 weeks out of every month for some women. So on the WebMD site, they list some medical treatments for PMDD, including antidepressants, especially Prozac and Zoloft, are often used. Certain birth control pills, especially Yaz or Yasmin, although those birth control pills do have an increased risk of blood clots compared to other forms of birth control pills. Also taking 1,000 milligrams of calcium per day, which you would divide that into 500 milligrams in the morning and 500 in the evening, with some vitamin D can be helpful. Vitamin B6, magnesium, and sometimes L-tryptophan can also be a helpful supplement. There is some evidence that an herb called chasteberry may be effective, but I don't have information about the safety of that. Exercise can be extremely helpful for PMS and also for PMDD. Decreasing the caffeine or not having caffeine for those 2 weeks before your cycle can help a lot, and for some women, increasing the carbohydrates that they eat the week before their period can help. Now, I used to have PMS a good bit before I learned about surrendering and respecting my husband. And one verse that I really clung to was the one, I think it's in Proverbs, that says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him and He will direct your paths." So I learned to trust in God and to depend on His word. To me, it's a lot like if you're flying an airplane and you're flying in the dark or in a storm and your instrument panel goes crazy, you have to learn to listen to the tower and do what they tell you, even though it feels like you're doing the wrong thing, because if you pay attention to your instruments when they are not accurate, you're going to crash. So I pay attention to God's word, and then I'm also learning, or I have learned, to listen to my husband and let him be my anchor, so I can take my feelings to him and I'll tell him, I'm really feeling sad, or I'm feeling really scared, or I'm feeling upset, and I don't know if I'm just being hormonal or what. Can you tell me what you think? And then I trust him and his evaluation of the situation more than I trust my own feelings during that time. I would also encourage you to not try to make major decisions or major relationship changes during that hormonal time, which of course is exactly what you want to do when your hormones are telling you have to do everything right now and you shouldn't wait. But if you can depend on your husband, if he is a safe place for you to go, or a godly mentor, godly woman friend at church, a Christian friend that might be able to help you see more clearly, then you can probably begin to overcome some of this. I mean, the last 2 years, I really don't even have much issue with PMS anymore. I don't get very fazed by it at all, and so I do think this is something that God can give us victory with, and I think there are different levels of it, and so different treatments are going to work better for some women than others. We may have to experiment a little bit. But if you have any questions or any issues you want to talk about, just let me know. Thanks.